Let's go, let's go, let's go. You are officially in the Michigan Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave, your place for any all things, of Michigan football. Y'all two over there looking butt. King, where your face at, bruh?
Can't show it, man. Can't show my face, man. I owe money.
Oh,
no, I pay my best. I pay my best.
No other way.
I just can't show my face off just off of GP, man. Just.
Well, fellas, we managed to almost outdo ourselves again. The only reason I say almost is because on the trouble with the snap game, I think we were at 99% pick to win. But I think this one we actually took it down to like 94 or something percentage we should have won. So hey man, we're improving. Unfortunately, we managed to trip over our own dicks again.
At the finish line. We're almost to the finish line.
Oh my God, bro.
At the finish line. The inability to close and something I've been preaching all year, even in our wins. I said it looks like the other team's trying to win, and we're trying to what?
Playing not to lose.
Trying not to lose. That's exactly what happened. Again, it reared its ugly head. We get down there. And I heard somebody say, I can't remember where it was, but it said it was a very telling quote to this game. It said, "You can't win games kicking field goals, but you can win a game kicking a field goal." And I was like, "Oh,
hey, I remember that too. That was like music to my ears."
I was like,
"Sounds about right."
That ain't true. Like you can kick a game winning field goal, but you ain't gonna win a game just kicking field goals. So
that's big old facts, man. That's nothing but facts.
Yeah, man. So I'm.
We kicked 4 of them things, so that means that's 28 points basically that we should have had.
Yeah.
If we kick him, if
you make 2 of those touchdowns.
2 of them, yeah.
Every one.
Right.
So, anyways, man, it's just shit frustrating, of course. Same old 2-step, dog. B, talk to me, dog. Say something.
Man, this one. All right, first off, I want to just say sorry for the, the background and all that stuff. I'm on a little road conference, so the setup ain't all the way right, but I'll be back.
Hey, we got jobs.
I'll be back right next week. That's why the lighting is a little crazy, but y'all get over that. But as far as the game, man, this one is a tough pill to swallow, dog. Like, we didn't get beat. They didn't beat us. We beat ourselves. And I hate to say that, taking credit away from Sparty, you know what I'm saying? Because they did win the game, but
I've heard Spartans say that.
Up 30-14 midway through the third quarter. I mean, that's just a game you have to win. I had trouble not throwing all my Michigan gear in the garbage again, man. And just like I did in the Rich Rod years, I kept it. That Nike sign and that Jordan sign kind of hit a little different than an Adidas. So I kept it. But man, it's been hard to get over this one, dog, just because we did everything, the players did everything they could do to win the game. And I think coach put them in some positions and put certain players in positions that they weren't ready for, and it cost them a football game, dog. And that's what hurts me most, is because they played good, man. We played really good. And stat-wise, if you look at all the stats, we're the better team. But
hey,
we can come out on the scoreboard.
Look at the scoreboard. That's all that matters. So, Dean, I know you ain't showing your face. You care to speak with us at least?
Yeah, man. This one hurts. Just like Boo said, it hurts. I think this one hurts a little more than 2015, bro, because I was just like, but this one is like, we had a 16-point lead coming into the second half.
With 4 minutes left in the third, we were up 16.
Now you're making it even worse on you, boy. I mean, I knew that, but I didn't want to rehash that. I try to keep it at halftime, but you took all right, so to the third. But even so, man, being up 3, like, we weathered the storm. The defense had getting kind of not getting off the field when they should have, like a couple times in that second half. You know what I'm saying? Dax got burnt. You know what I'm saying? But we weathered that storm, and through all of that, we we stopped them. We kicked the field goal. We were up 3, and then we stopped them again, and we got the ball back. And then I blacked out. I don't even remember what happened, bro. So I don't even remember what happened. I didn't even watch it. I blacked out.
That's when the game
So
changed, man.
it's like, bro, okay, he threw his touchdown. I didn't even realize he was in the game till after I saw it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I was looking at the game, but I wasn't looking at they switched the quarterback. They said it probably. I probably walked away, went to the bathroom, something. He threw his touchdown. That juice is squeezed out of that lemon at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? My man McNamara is having a ball game, bro. He's having a game of his life. Where are we at? You want some stats? His total 28, 44, 388, or excuse me, 383. He averaged 13.7 per attempt. You know what I mean? Per reception. 2 touchdowns in that last interception. He was having a game, bro. Like, why can't he's in the game longer in some games when he should be taken out quicker or before, you know what I'm saying? No, he's not in the game on this play where he doesn't even need to be McCarthy didn't need to be in the game, man. Like, what was he in the game for? To hand off or to pass it? Like I said, he squeezed the juice out of that. We threw that touchdown. Okay, that's great. Yes, man, that's great. But he's a freshman, and you got him in the game doing a RPO.
Yeah.
With up 3.
Hey, let me say something real quick.
We always run it, though.
To both of y'all. So, Georgia fan, we were talking about the game, and we were out golfing, and he said there's been a report that McNamara was in the medical tent.
Yeah.
When McCarthy was in the ball game. Y'all think that's an excuse or not?
No. I believe he probably was because they could easily verify that. But the thing that kills me is on that tip, he just fumbled 1, right? So it's cool. It's cool if he has to come in because of injury. But we're not doing no RPOs because he potentially could pull it again. Right. If it's an RPO call, you're giving him the right to run again. After he just showed, like, okay, this is a big moment. He just dropped the ball the series before that. That really wasn't no devastating hit by the DB. He
fumbled.
He was in the air
like a loaf of bread. He spun real quick.
So then, instead of just saying, "All right, let's get K to play," you do a RPO again, and it's like, "All right, let's give it back to him." It's like, come on, man. And we always said, like, yo, JJ has to be there for emergencies. Like if K starts crapping the bed, okay, then we get it. But not when he's having the best
game of his life.
Yeah, not when he literally is having his career high game. You do this. Ass backwards coaching once again.
We've been giving it to Corum and Haskins all year. Now in the biggest game, we're RPOing with McCarthy.
Right. And again, I'm not even tripping on it because we have been prepping him for that. But once he fumbled, that's
a wrap. Shut that shit down.
Over.
You ain't ready for this.
Corum, let him do his thing.
Not only did he just fumble, you add in that Kate's having his best game. Come on, bro. Like that's just that.
It makes no sense.
Now you put Cade in a situation where now he has to be the savior. You know what I'm saying? And he hasn't been there all season, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been managing the game, he's been in the game, but now you put him in a position where he's got to save us.
Yeah,
he over there like, do y'all believe in me or not? Like,
took me out in the fucking most precious moments of the game, bro. Like
having my best game and I'm getting snatched in and out. Like I trust me, I wasn't against McCarthy, but I was only for him if we found ourselves in trouble and we were.
If he hadn't fumbled the previous possession, if he hadn't damn fumbled the previous possession,
I'm still with him. I think Harbaugh put him in a bad spot.
Yeah, not his fault.
Put him in a bad position, man. And I think it's all due to the transfer portal, dog. Really, in the back of his mind, he's trying not to lose him to the transfer portal.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. He got to give him some snaps, but at the end of the day, dog,
not that game. Shit,
you gonna tie your contract to that? Because that's what it's gonna end up costing you.
Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, man, here's my take on the game overall. And I make it quick. I know we got to get a guest in here. Is trust me, I can take it on the chin like a man, right? Pause. But what I'm saying is, when I say take it on the chin, like, all right, we done lost games, plenty of them with Harbaugh, unfortunately, that we've just left the game and been like, yo, that team's better than us.
Yeah.
It's hard to leave games where you know that you were the better team and didn't win off of, I said, tripping over your own dick. Like, I'm thinking of even early in the game, Corum, swing pass. That's about to be a touchdown, right? Tell me this. What did Sparty do on that play that was good?
Point to Corum for dropping it after. That was it.
Right. Think about that. Nothing. And that was a big play. That's a touchdown off the board. Like, I mean, I have confidence he's going to beat that one man out there. Right?
Yeah. He's going to tear that. He's going to rip that angle to shreds.
With hella space to get ready for him. It wasn't like he was closing. He was wide open out there.
Yeah.
McCarthy fumbling late. What did State do to make that play happen? Nothing.
Just happened to be in the backfield. They rush, not even rush 4. They just have 4 down linemen and drop 7.
What did they do? And I promise I'm not trying to take credit away from State, but these are facts.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd welcome anybody from State to argue that they made good plays on these plays I'm breaking down.
They didn't cause the fumble. The fumble just happened.
Yeah. Now, if somebody comes through, punch it out. I'm solid, bro. Like, good play. Even later in the game, Johnson, when he threw that deep pass, it kind of during live, you couldn't see what happened. They showed a replay. He just right through.
Went through his damn gutlet, like
right through his belly. What did
receiver?
Again, I asked the question. What did Sparty do there that was a good play by them?
Nothing.
All right.
You got lucky.
And I'm just thinking of like earlier in the game, it's 4th and 1. We about to go for it on 4th, and we actually went for it. Haskins would have got it, and we did this. Ball start. And it's like, again.
Oh my God.
What did Sparty do good? Right? So it sounds like I'm hating on them. These are all facts. So then you'll say, oh, that's a football game. No, it's not. I challenge a Sparty player or a Sparty fan to be like, we fucked up here. No, like, and I got more than that. It's more than just that. Self-inflicted wounds. Those are just some big ones that stick out in my mind. We can go to more than that. Us running on the field, fucking up substitutions left and right. Like those are errors on our end that have nothing to do with the opponent making good plays, beating us. Yeah, they hurried up. Okay, maybe they get us one time. Cool. But
adjust. Got it.
Multiple times. Like now it's now these are self-inflicted wounds, shooting yourself in the foot. All that being said, we were still up winning. That's how much better that we should have beat them by. That game should have been 45-28, maybe. Something like that.
Bro, I hate that you're making so much sense right now because now you're putting it all in perspective.
Think about it. So then Spartan to be like, give it up. Y'all lost. Like, yeah, we did. But you can't deny those facts. So I would challenge a Spartan to say, hey, pick out 5-6 defining plays that literally could have swung the momentum your way had you not they didn't. I can't think of any plays like that where Sparta is just like, damn, they missed a huge opportunity there.
Right.
Huge. Right. And it was no fault of our own. Like, we didn't make a good play on them. Like,
they was making plays.
Woo, we dodged the bullet, y'all. Like, they were dodging the bullets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
We had them on the
yeah. And that's not to say that, of course, they're supposed to take advantage of it and whatnot. But at the end of the day, dog, the coaching, again, a lot of that stuff comes down to coaching. Even Harbaugh, scared to step on throats. Like, at the beginning, when we got that pick, we were up 7-0. We got a pick. And then we go down. We're on like the 25-yard line. It's 4th and 2. I'm like, yo, this is a free possession. Go for the neck right here. What does he do? Field goal. Came out. We kicked another field goal on like 4th and 2. Field goal. I'm like, yo, go for the neck. You cannot lose this game, Harbaugh. Go for it, my G. Like, you got to, bro. So, end of the day, dog, that's what frustrates me the most. We done took plenty L's to Ohio State where we just were like, they're better than us.
They whooped their ass.
Yeah.
Can't coach them. Can't win with them. Can't do it.
So
they just better.
B, we got a guest right here, and we gonna talk more. So, but
we'll let him get his because we've been putting Sparty off until now.
Yeah. So anyway, B, I'll let you. Who we got coming in?
All right, we got Deshaun Tate from Tate's Take down here in Atlanta. He's sometimes featured on 92.9 The Game, local radio station here in Atlanta. He want to hop in, but he's originally from Lansing. He want to give his opinion on these Sparty boys and what they did or whatever. We're gonna ask him. I got a question.
We're an honest podcast, man. We just ripped y'all,
Right.
but again, we about to bring a Spartan in. So give us our kudos.
Objectivity.
Right. All right. Let's see if we get him in here.
Let's see if we can get him in here. Uh-oh.
He even got the green.
Ew. Connecting.
All right, look like he connecting.
Yeah, man. Just give the game away.
He got it on too, man.
You
You are officially in the Michigan Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave, brother.
Man, I appreciate y'all boys for having me, man, more than anything. Let me just say this first and get this out the way. For the people who don't know, man, I get a chance. I can't listen to everything and watch and hear everything, man, but you guys are doing an outstanding job. So I definitely want to commend you guys on that, man, because I don't listen to everybody. But I try to listen to people that, I feel like I can learn things from. So I just want to give you guys, your flowers right here, right now at some of the earlier or somewhat beginning stages. I don't know how long you guys been doing it, but
right.
I just definitely want to give you guys your flowers, man, because not just because folks come from home, man, but I like good content, and there's still a lot of people who can respect good content and not just listen. It's too many times you can just turn on the TV and listen to people just throw stuff against the wall to see if it stick. So I appreciate y'all for that, if not nothing else.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for coming on.
Yeah, definitely appreciate you, man. And real quick, man, before we jump into it, man, you're doing a lot of big stuff down here, man. So why don't you tell the people, all what you got going on, bro?
No doubt. So I run a multi-level basketball platform called Tate's Take. We like to call it where basketball lives. It's the best, the most entertaining, the most informational, and the most educational basketball content on the planet in the form of a podcast. Any and everything hoops, high school hoops, whether it's grassroots level, AAU, college basketball, March Madness, NBA, international. If they're rolling around in wheelchairs for Special Olympics, we're going to cover it. That's just the way that it is.
There you
go. Find it anywhere that you find your favorite podcast, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, all that good stuff. Check out the Flow Television. It's accessible there in that sport in their sports realm too. You can find that channel, Roku TV, Fire TV, Apple TV, all the good stuff. And then of course, like I said, anywhere that you find your favorite podcast and accessible on all major platforms.
So
dope, man. I know you're doing some great things, man. So we just wanted to shout you out too. Other than you coming on our podcast, donning all that gear, So. we gonna.
Well, listen, I promise you, I promise you, it wasn't by design, bro. Like I had some people that was woofing in the office on Friday before I rolled out. So I told them, you know what, and it's not my fault. It's Spirit Week. It was wear your favorite hoodie week. It all just made sense. It all ran together. So I was like, I've been ripping and running. I ain't had a chance to change clothes, man. So, and for what it's worth, I'm going to keep it on for y'all.
You got it for a year. So, hey, do your thing.
Yeah. Hey, man. So we were just on here. We did a quick little 15 minutes before we brought you on. Just a quick recap, nothing too crazy. Just some overall thoughts of the game and, how we tricked that off like none other. But, man, just cut it to it straight, man. When Spartans think Michigan, what do y'all think, man? I mean, do you really think like y'all should be winning these games? Or are you looking at it as like, yo, they got more talent, but they're coaching or whatever it may be? I mean, we're just looking for some real feedback of like, yo, because we feel like we really shouldn't be losing these games that we're losing, and just I feel like we got better players across the board. Obviously, y'all got some studs in here in certain positions, but just overall, the talent, I feel like resides on our side, but somehow we just, hey, man, we find a way to mess it up, dog. So talk to me, man. Cut it to it straight, man. We This side, we're looking for constructive feedback.
Constructive criticism on our football team.
Yeah, man.
The homie over there sounding like he want to cry a little bit. I don't know whether to pass him a Kleenex or what.
Yeah, you see, I ain't showing my face.
Deshaun, this one hurt. This one cut.
No, I got you. No, it's all good. I get it. I get it to an extent. This is my thing. Like, there's a lot of games, recent games, that I thought it just really was. I mean, I had to go on times I went on television, times I went on the radio, and I had to give a take. And of course, listen, what makes you a real fan is when you can be objective and you can be honest and you can be real. And a lot of those games, Michigan State won. I picked Michigan to win those games. To me, that doesn't discount my fandom by any means.
Right,
I know what I believe.
No.
You cut me open, and the green gonna spill out, and that's just what it is. It's always gonna be that way. And this was one of those games where I felt that it was the most likely that Michigan would win this game. Didn't take them to win, but knew in my heart of hearts that if I had to go one way or the other outside of just, and I'm looking at it on paper only. But these games, as we all know, these games they won on paper. And the best thing I like about those rivalry games is exactly that. Records don't matter. What's on paper, talent. Yeah, to an extent, I get it. At some point, talent kicks in a lot of times, but it's just about who won it more. And y'all know just as well as I do when it comes to this rivalry, that's what it comes down to. That ground game gonna be serious. Them boys gonna be out there hitting. Them boys gonna be out there woofing. All that tweeting and texting and chirping and all of that, that's gone. That's done. That was done the Halloween prior. So, I look at this thing like this, man. To me, that's what makes you a real fan. It hurt because you had the big lead, and it was discouraging as a Spartan fan when I see you go up by 2 touchdowns in my stadium, and then it just didn't look like it was getting better. I think that's the thing for me. It wasn't just about going up the amount of points you went up. It's about the fact that it just didn't look like it was going to improve anytime soon. You also came right out the gate with 2 picks. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say this much, and this is just my personal perspective. Some people might not be this subjective or want to be honest. I do believe that there was some favorable home cooking, some calls that was made in favor of Michigan State. I'm be honest.
Hey, I appreciate you for that.
Course.
I appreciate you for that.
I'm not here for that. I wouldn't even waste your time. And this ain't me brown nose in Michigan. This is just something I told people all day today, and I'm going on people's shows tomorrow to talk about the same thing, and I'm going to repeat the same thing. Now, I'm going to stick my chest out. I'm still going to brag and boast, but the reality is that's what you're supposed to do. That's just what happened. Now, I also don't think that it was just on Michigan. Oh, well, we wet the bed. No, Michigan State did some things in that process too. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, running the ball, obviously, but some big plays made down the stretch by Jayden Reed. And then we start talking about guys like Naylor, not having Naylor on the field. That's what kind of taught me a little bit something different about this Michigan State team for this particular game, because when you go out there and they don't really have a lot of crazy weapons. Like when you start looking at the past Michigan State teams that was successful, you had your Humphrey and your this and your that. Maybe guys that didn't necessarily look great, but a lot of guys that look really good. I don't necessarily think that you have a few stud guys on this Michigan State team, but there ain't really much else outside of a few of those guys. But they hungry, and I really believe that they beat a lot. They beat a really good team. I don't know. Y'all might know better than I do. Obviously, especially coming from my own backyard, feeling my own way that I don't know him. This Andrew Simmons kid. At one point, he stopped going to him, and then I don't know if it was a matter of getting too cute or what. But I definitely, pass it back over to you guys. But at the end of the day, it's just, these games is just about who wants it more. And I think some of that showed, especially in the second half. So I don't know if that means hardball gone. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Honestly, I don't care, because I always felt like it was like, wait till we get hardball. You got your fancy coach. You got your cute uniforms with the Jumpman logo on it and all of that. You got everything you was asked for. So this is just realistically a program that I'm looking at, and I apologize for being long-winded, but I want to make sure I share this, especially with y'all, is that this is a program that is starting to look like some of the other ones of old, in which They just don't hold the same weight and the same relevance anymore. They're going off a lot of things that they accomplished prior to in terms of putting yourself on that elite level. Now, when I say elite, I mean elite amongst the elite of where they were. We know that they're not where they were anymore. That don't mean they're not good, because they are. They still up there, but they're not where they were. And in order to get up there, I don't know what they're gonna have to do, but I'm gonna wait and hear from y'all to find out.
All right. Hey, y'all want to ask a question? Because I got some more.
I like the way you sum that up, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate the take and appreciate you for keeping it real. My thing is Train's been saying it a lot. He said basically one team will play to win and the other team played not to lose. And that's what Harbaugh's been known for basically in his tenure at Michigan. He's playing not to lose. What do you think he could have did different in that game to ultimately put it away?
I don't know why you stopped going to Andrell. I don't personally. Now y'all know I'm not like I'm not the football aficionado by no means. But I watched the game and watched the whole thing. But I definitely think that for me, I don't feel like a lot of things was being done with purpose. Like we gonna put our foot on their neck and we not letting up off the gas. Y'all remember how y'all felt last year on Halloween? Take yourself back to that. When you in the locker room and you up this many to that many or whatever, actually it's reverse. They blowing us out 21-0. So it's time to come back. You feel me? And it's time to just really go in. Meanwhile, you got the lead, but I'm playing it psychologically into their head, because as soon as they see you let up a little bit, then they gonna let up a little bit. I'm throwing it on them because they had a very good balance of throwing the ball, running the ball. Defense was crazy. You know what I'm saying? From that standpoint. So I'm just not letting up. What Michigan State is going to do, y'all going to have to really get out here and y'all going to have to beat us. Y'all going to have to beat us, because I'm putting my foot on your neck. I'm not letting you come up for no air. Like I think they just kind of let up a little bit. I do believe that.
And he doesn't have the ability to really like just put people away, man. He's always just like let people linger around. He don't got that killer instinct, man. That's what's killing me. Even I was just telling them, like, early in the game when they got that pick, not that first one, but the one where they got tipped and the guy caught it, and then we down inside like y'all, I think nearly almost to the red zone, maybe the 20-something, and we 4th and 2. He like field goal. I'm like, no, this a free possession. Back to what you were saying. It's time to step on neck right here. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Let's go for a kill right here. This is a game you cannot lose, bro. Let's go for it. Like, we got to change this whole Michigan State narrative back to what it used to be, you know, and he's nope, setting out the field goal team. So yeah, I'm with you, dog. I just literally said that before you came on. I was like, we scared to step on next, dog. Playing it safe all the time. But King, you got something?
My question is real easy, man. Appreciate you, Deshaun, for coming on, bro. Man, I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. It's been a while. Do you feel like we should fire Harbaugh? I know you spoke on. You said I don't know what y'all should do, but I want to hear your opinion, some outside opinion on it, because a lot of people want him gone. So I just want to see, it's like some outside perspective. So do you feel like we should fire Harbaugh?
I'll tell you this much. I'm gonna tell you what you can't do. You can't lose to them other dudes. You can't. You ain't helping yourself. You beat Penn State.
Seems like a pipe dream right now.
I mean, and it probably does, and I understand that. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm hearing people say, like, I wish Michigan would have beat Michigan State, because as an Ohio State fan, I really feel like that now that's what's about. Like, just one of those, I don't know if it's necessarily like hypothetical, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know if that means anything. I don't know what that means necessarily. I kind of understand that a little bit, but at the end of the day, them guys got to go out there, put 11 on 11 and play the game and put it all out on the field. Because you better believe that Ohio State ready to step on next and show that they here. Like, they're not just trying to, we just going to take it easy. Like, every year they coming out to beat them boys. And Michigan got to have that same mentality. I think there's no way when you are the Michigan Wolverines that I grew up knowing that you let your two rivals win the games that they have over the course of X amount of years. I think, what is it? So what is Michigan State? 10-4 in the last 14, I think. And then I think Ohio State's only lost maybe one game to Michigan, I think it is, or something like that, whatever. That sounds like 20, like a That sounds like 24-5 almost, or 20. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a
Yeah.
ridiculous record. And that's not Michigan football. That's not the Michigan football I grew up on, or to know. And even more so on top of that, you don't let both of your rivals go to the playoffs, bro, and you ain't been. Like Ohio State, I get it. You feel me? Okay, I respect. Okay, that's expected to an extent. But not only did Michigan State go that 1 year, but then turn around and have a really good chance to go another year, and there was a large gap between there. They went through sexual abuse cases with, you know what I'm saying, like all types of stuff, like exchanging coaches and you still ain't got there. Like you can't afford that, let alone be losing to those guys. And you're not gonna be doing COVID as an excuse. All that stuff is out the window now. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see that. So I think you got to beat them. It ain't gonna be here. Well, we beat Penn State. You supposed to beat Penn State this year. That's the reality. You supposed to do this. So I don't want to hear nobody say, "Well, yeah, well they did beat one of the." No, you supposed to do that. That's the expectation. Right. I don't know if the expectation has. I don't know if the expectation has changed for this program or not, or what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we also living in a different era with recruiting and how much these programs and what they did in the past mean to these kids, because kids ain't committing to these programs no more for the sake of the program, because of what's on the helmet or what's on the chest and all that. They come in for the chip. So they don't care when the last time you've been or whatever.
That's real.
But you got to go and beat them. If you don't beat them, bro, I'm getting rid of them. If you can find a way to beat them, I think you extend your leash.
Yeah, facts.
That's what I appreciate your input.
But no, I agree. The only side of that is like, how do we beat them? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's easier. It's much easier said than done. But I'm in the same.
They look primed.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, dog. 100%. Like. Because think about it, old boy at Ohio State was doing that. Cooper, before Tressel came in, he was winning 10, 11 games every year, but he kept losing to Michigan. They was like, hey, bro, appreciate that 10-piece. You gotta ride out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They got to take it personal. Yeah. They got to take it personal. That's what it come down to me at the end of the day. You got to take it personal.
Should our AD and Harbaugh play football together back in Michigan, man? Yeah, that's what's crazy. That's like, I don't know if it's nepotism or what, but you know what I mean? Like you gotta get past that personal relationship stuff and base him off of his credentials. And he's 2-13 now in big games, top 10, I think. So it's like
that ain't gonna make it, bro.
So let me ask you this: do you feel like? Because I feel like this. I feel like Michigan, and they shouldn't be, because we're not on the elite level anymore. But I still feel like the players, the coaches, the whole aura of the program almost like can't humble themselves a little bit to a certain level to like, oh, State's on the same level as us now. We can't be playing with them boys, because every year it seems like no matter what happened the year before, how is State coming in? And I mean, we say it seems like how we view Ohio State, y'all view us like, oh, like we gotta pop them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like basically, I'm saying we don't take the game as serious as State, even still. Like, even after taking L's 2 years in a row now. So do you feel like this is the pinnacle of Michigan State's season, playing Michigan? Because I don't feel like this is still that Michigan treats it that way, in reverse.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I think no, it's all good. I think one of the worst things that Michigan State can do, especially right now, is to have a hangover on this. Like they have to have the mentality that we expected to beat Michigan at this point. Yeah. Like on top of that, you can go out there hangover if you want to, but you got Purdue coming up next, which is a pretty solid team. Great team, probably not, but you want to treat it like they are. You know what I'm saying? And we know what they're capable of. We just saw them against whether Iowa or somebody, I think, on the road a week or two ago. Nice, we saw what they've been able to do against Ohio State a couple years ago. They flattened them boys. I mean, got real ugly. And so I think ultimately that's just what it is. And they just got to continue to stay hungry. And with Michigan, they just listen. Like they have to take it personal. I don't know really. I wish I had some different words to say. Like there was reasons behind people was pissed off about some, and I can't think of the exact quote, that I think Braylon, I think it was Braylon used last year, or the year before last, and people was kind of pissed off about what he had said about. I don't know if it was
Oh
a
yeah,
about
yeah. He
guy.
was right though.
Yeah, but he was right.
Yeah,
But people don't want to look right in the face. You see
yeah.
what I'm saying? Because everything now has to be
Politically correct.
sugar coated,
Yeah.
and now you got to put parsley flakes on it and dress it up and make it look real nice and
Those sprinkles.
put sprinkle stuff on it and put the syrup on the plate first. Forget about all that. All the little garnishments, that's out. Like now it's time to eat. Now it's time to dig in, get the nails dirty, see who was really in there working hard during the off season and get, I don't know what the cool kids say anymore, getting it out the mud. I call it taking
Yeah.
the stairs up. You feel me? I take the stairs. No elevator, no escalator, straight stairs and getting on that grind. You feel me? Ain't nothing gonna be given to you because you wearing this, all this apparel. A lot of guys go to these schools now strictly for the apparel, as long as they get their shoes and their bags and they this and they that and whatever. But people need to know that when you come here, you playing with some pride. Ain't nothing given. Everything is earned. And I think that that's something that they, need to go back to. So I don't know if that's necessarily answering your question per se, but the season's not over for Michigan. Like one thing that this is going to do is this is going to either show if it's going to make or break them.
Make a break.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's
100%.
still a lot of football left. It's still a lot of tough football left, more importantly, playing in probably, make sure ain't no SEC people probably listening in on this, probably the toughest division in college football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you still got big games. You can still prove yourself. And I think that they still got a lot more work to do. But honestly, depending on how things shake out with Michigan State and how well Michigan performs going forward, I honestly don't even think that the playoffs is out of reach for Michigan.
Which will require us to beat Ohio State.
Optimistic perspective. I like that.
It just depends. Yeah, it just
need a lot of math to go in our favor.
Yeah, it just depends on how much they value Michigan State. I think that's what it's going to come down to. Right now, it's going to look like a good loss if there's a such thing.
Right.
For sure.
Go ahead. One of y'all got another question?
That's all I got, man. I wanted somebody else to come on with their perspective, especially a State fan. But you're saying a lot of the same things that we're saying, as far as our takes and what we've been saying. But I like what stuck out to me is that what you're talking about with the pride. We talked about that in a podcast before when we were just voicing it. It just doesn't seem like Michigan is has that pride in this game, in these games, as years pass. But like you said, we're bringing in a lot of outside kids from Florida, from different parts of the country. So they're not vested in this rivalry like, you know what I'm saying, me, you, and my two co-hosts are. So I think we need to get back, like Train said, we need to humble ourselves a level, start getting those interstate kids, more of those interstate kids. Maybe the pride level to these rivalries will increase, but also keeping our nails and feet in other states because you don't want to lose that talent. But I appreciate your perspective, man. Appreciate you coming on, bro.
Sure. Just to elaborate on that, you saw Anthony or Andrew Anthony, man. That was just like, you know what I mean? Having a hometown kid, like one that got away from maybe East Lansing or, you know what I'm saying, and then went to Michigan or vice versa, you know what I mean? Like it made it for great TV, and it was just a great situation for him because he hadn't really played all season, you know what I mean? So, but definitely, man, appreciate you coming on, bro, and giving your input, yo. It really just shines a light on what people think about Michigan on the outside. You know what I'm saying? It kind of correlates to what we think on the inside.
No doubt.
But yeah, we don't like it. I won't use little brother no more, man. Y'all got my respect. You know what I'm saying? I never really used it. And you know what I'm saying? It was just really, if I did use it, it was to dig at somebody. You know what I mean? But now it's like we cousins now. I mean, we just brothers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Little like, brother all grown up now, though.
Yeah, hey, like we grown now.
Well, look, I say this much. I say this much because I'm the baby boy. Like, and maybe I guess King can attest to this. We don't like that little brother shit, bro.
Hey,
I don't know if I can speak for King, but I ain't with all that, bro. Like, I still got to remind mine. I don't know how much. I ain't trying to stir nothing up in the house, in the Bowie household or nothing, but you know what I mean? Like that little brother stuff. At some point, it gotta go. You
Yep.
feel me? And then you
Yeah.
have to step up and step in that gap. You feel me? To show them
Yeah.
that you're not taking that no more. I want some respect being put on my name. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Straight like that. But I appreciate y'all for having me. Listen, anytime I want to, try and get y'all to do some things on my side too. Hopefully,
Yeah,
y'all
for
gonna be
sure.
covering a little bit about the basketball team
Hoop
too.
season
I
is
love to
among
get
us.
some of
Yes,
y'all
sir.
perspectives. I know everybody trying to flip the page. I learned that from over the years. A lot of Michigan State fans tried to go and flip the page after football. Now it's coming back around full circle where a lot of people say, I'm watching the way that worked. But no, I appreciate y'all for having me. Listen, I'm still gonna talk my state shit. Don't think all this cute shit talking about Michigan and this and that. I'm always gonna keep it a buck. I'm always gonna keep it funky. I'm
Right.
still gonna talk that noise. I still don't want to see them be successful at anything. You feel me? And that's just the way it's always gonna go because I'm a bleed green. But one thing I can do is I can always respect the fact that y'all boys stand on what y'all believe in terms of your team and not wavering when they're not doing well. It's a lot of that going on. Been a Lions fan for I couldn't even tell you how many years, but some of the most diehard fans, that's how you always tell who's a fan for real when they take some of the biggest losses, some of the most embarrassing losses, trouble with the snap losses and all of that, and still be a fan because a lot of people tuck their tail and they go run and hide. So if not nothing else, I can respect the fact that y'all still standing down, 10 toes on the carpet.
For sure. For sure.
Hey, bro,
Appreciate
keep
it.
doing your thing, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate you coming on.
let us know if we can ever do anything on your end. We all in, bro.
No doubt, will do. Appreciate you and go green.
Hey,
Ah,
they got the trophy for another year, man. Dang.
Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan, they got it for another year. No, man, it's crazy how much our takes align when it comes to talking about Michigan and Michigan State, man. But I feel like that's a mutual respect, you know what I'm saying? And that
He kept it real though.
kept it real, yeah.
Like objectivity, man.
Yeah. I mean,
I never really fooled with that. I never, like you said, I never really called him little brother until I was digging at somebody. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I always
no.
been just like,
Here's my thing with the little brother thing, and I always say this: it doesn't have to do with wins or losses. To me, it's the way you act, it's the way you respond to things, it's the way you, for instance,
Carry
it's
yourself.
like the tweets and stuff you be talking about, like that type of shit.
not even that, because both sides have that, right? Both sides have those fans that are obnoxious. We get that.
But no, all right, go ahead. Let me see what you say. The tweets that I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
so it's like State beats us, and it's like you got fans still trying to prove that they're better than us to us. And it's like you just won. I'm not saying don't talk your shit. Okay, cool.
Right.
But it's not that. It's more like a, hey, still acknowledge me. I'm still here. It's like you just beat us. Why do you still feel like it's a mentality, dog? It ain't even about the wins and losses. Like it's a mentality. Like there's still a shitload of State fans who are like, you guys still think you're better than us? It's like, no, we don't. We just lost. You just feel like that still. It's your own insecurity.
I get that.
And that's why when you
Your
still
little
act
brother.
like that, I'm going to call your ass little brother. Stop acting like that. It's like, you think if, like, State, they beat us, and they beat us 2 years in a row now. Like,
good game.
You should get to the point where it's like, yo, this is expected. You shouldn't be, like, again, until you take that and keep on doing something with it. But, like, if they go to Purdue, lay another egg, it's like,
little brother,
this is it. This is your Super Bowl. It is your Super Bowl, and I'm not taking nothing away. I'm just saying it's a mentality, dog. Like, just think, I promise you, if we would have beat State, probably would have been one person I texted just because I know he's obnoxious as shit. But for the most part, dog, I wouldn't be texting and tweeting State fans every second, every day, the next day, all day long. Maybe I'm just not that type of fan, but it's a mentality, and it's a lot of State fans out there still that still want validation from us even after they get it. It's like, damn. Them is
the type of tweets I'm talking about, like the mentality tweets. Like, say we're losing like to a team we shouldn't be losing to, and then State fans come out the woodwork like, oh, like the mentality tweets, like y'all losing to them, or like, dang, I wish I had
the one dude tweeted like, well, Jim Harbaugh is so and so and so in these games, and Mel Tucker is this, and this.
Yeah, like the
Like, like
compare.
that.
Yeah. You feel what I'm saying. I wish I could
Yeah.
articulate it better.
Yeah.
It's to what you saying, train the mentality.
I get it. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. No, it's the mentality, dog. And I mean, and this the messed up part about it all. If you think about Harbaugh and they talking about him versus State, he's 3-4. Sounds shitty, right? It is shitty. It's like, so let me get this right. If you punt the ball once and you just hold on the other day when you're clearly in the driver's seat to win the game. Now you're 5-2 versus State. The whole narrative changes, and it wasn't just like, oh, we should have. No, it's like we had those games in the bag, and you tricked it off. You know what I mean? So it's like you can say he's 3-4, and then at the end of the day, he is. But like, if you take a realistic approach at it, like you'd be like, damn, he's wasn't
It's
like we
close
get
to being 5-2.
It's like one little thing swings that record in the opposite direction.
Like if the first one, 2015, was like just a matter of seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like
but
a couple seconds changed the trajectory of the whole
he
fucking
gets the
shit.
pun off and it swings.
Right.
I want to get into the nuts and bolts of it all. It's like you want to be objective. Like, okay, let's really get down to it.
Like you said, if you're a real sports fan, you'll be objective.
Yeah, but again, but here's the thing. Here's the problem I have. It's becoming a common theme now to the point where it's like, at the end of the day, maybe you just have bad luck, bad karma, whatever it is. Shit, at some point, something got to shake, bro. So it's like
I don't think he gave Kaepernick enough credit because his karma points are low as hell.
Something, dog. So I'm just at the point now where I'm like, how you keep blowing these games? You scared to close it out. You scared to go for the. You scared. I always bring up the comparison, man. When I say a team trying to win, the best team I ever seen try to win a game is when the Eagles beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not saying Michigan State's the Patriots and we're the Eagles, but I'm saying that's the approach Harbaugh should take going into that game. Philly special, bump
all the stops.
We're not kicking the field goal at the end of the half. We're running Philly special. They was going for it on fourth down a lot. Like they were like, and that do something to the team. Like,
Michigan State pulled out a trick play on us and got a big gain. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, the difference between not trying to lose and trying to win. We have 4th and 2. We put the field goal team out there. They have 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, whatever it was. They play action and went deep. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to. That's trying to win.
You think you will run on that, but no, we were trying to win. Let's go. Let's play action and go deep.
Trying to win, trying not to lose, dog. Like it's
Stop
sad.
going to Andrell. Stop using Cade.
Eric All had the best game of his fucking life, bro.
Yeah.
He had,
your boy
he
All
had
finally
12 targets.
I seen him.
Interceptions, 98 yards. He was averaging 10 yards a pop. Eric All.
And then,
let's not do that. Let's RPO.
Yeah, and then it's like when you think about us again, scared of being aggressive. Like Horn and Haskins, they didn't really have big games, but they were loaded in the box, bro. Like for real.
Right.
How many times did they line up and you just look out there like he's by himself over there, he's by himself over there.
Attack.
Like I say it all the time, dog. DB is the hardest position in football outside of quarterback, right? So 1-on-1, I always say run him deep. At some point, the DB is going to turn and start running, throw the ball at the back of his helmet. It's going to be a PI or a catch, almost like 80% of the time. Get them out of that, load in the box.
Yep.
PIs or catches. It should be all day long. If they just lock us up like that, okay. They don't have no fire corners like that. Like, come on, man. We're not going against the top elite Georgia defense. Like, man, we can.
You ain't even heard about that corner. Mel Tucker was prepared to win this football game with the way he was running his offense. We weren't prepared. McDonald, he wasn't prepared. All those defensive penalties we got because they were men on the field. He studied tape. He had his kids ready. He was like, this is what they do. We ain't gonna give them time to do that. They did it. Ready. It was deflating every time that happened, man.
Where's the adjustments? Hey, we can't sub no more.
Right.
Yeah. If the big boy's out there at nose guard, like maybe he can't.
Y'all gotta stay out there. Let's go. It's time to eat. Y'all want to whoop their ass or not? Y'all want to get in front
of 2 minutes? And I can give you the first half, like not adjust. We're going to halftime. You gotta have that discussion, dog.
Got 20 minutes to figure it out.
We gotta do something different, man. We can't keep doing that, bro.
And McDonald, like, I mean, we've been talking about offense more than defense, but like, yo, D let down too, dog. Like they was letting that man run through there like that. 5 TDs, 200 yards, and all that
Reed was
stuff.
fucking us up
Who?
in the
Reed,
past
yeah.
game. Number
Reed,
one, Reed.
Reed, yeah. And two things on that. One, our defense was bullshitting because he never really got out of that too high safety look. And it's like, especially when one of the receivers went out, I know it was kind of late in the game, but he still didn't just load the box. Like, yo, at this point, we know who can beat us. This running back going crazy.
Right.
So
fucking workhorse.
Let's take a chance manning up on the outside and see if they can do it. They did that to us. It worked. Like we couldn't take advantage of it. And then two, I'm going back to your boy Dax Hill, who he had a couple good games, but I was never extremely high on him. He's a crazy athlete and all that. But that fourth down play, 4th and 4, where they threw that little corner route and he got tackled on the 4. Who was that? God, they're down 16 right there. We get that stop. Another big play looking dicey. Now, that was actually a good play by State, so I won't take nothing away from him there. But they're throwing at our best DB.
Right.
Potential first-round draft pick, whatever you want to say, which I don't know if he's going to do that still. But they go at him on the biggest moment. They go right at our best player. Get it. Then the 2-point conversion, I think it was 17, Mosley.
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken. That was on Dax Hill. It's like, yo, 2 of the biggest plays, you going at our dogs and succeeding. Come on, Dax.
Bro, Mel Tucker was walking up and down that sideline, bro, like he was a fucking boss, bro. He had a scowl on his face, and then you look at our sideline, and Harbaugh's like,
the crapper stance is what I call it.
What's that smell? Doogie.
Yeah, man. And he's reaching late in the game. Flag here, flag. I'm like, bro, you reaching.
Right.
You choking off, dog.
Right.
Like even that one to Cornelius, like, yeah, he did get him, but that was a lot of commotion in there, man. It wasn't a big tug. Like, bro, we would have been given one. They called that PI right there.
And let me see something different. You ran just a basic slant to the double receiver side, like, bro. That's all you come out, dog, on the 4th and 2. The final play of the game.
Going to Andrew Anthony? Why aren't you going to Andrew Anthony though? Anthony,
why don't you have a play in the tuck?
Something different.
I'm with you, dog. He's like, fuck it. 4th and 3, biggest play of the game. What you got, my G? I got you, dog.
Slant.
I
Easy. Let's go to slant.
Slant. And then
bro,
Harbaugh like, fuck yeah, run the slant.
We should have ran what Michigan State ran on us on that 4th and 4 when I think they play action and they went deep.
Yeah,
bro, I'm gonna take it back to Little Giants. I need your annexation of Puerto Rico, bro.
Bro, it seems like they just have a limited amount of plays, and you make $1 million, bro. I'm telling you, I can have, bro. You can pay me $100,000, not even $1 million like they get. Bro, I guarantee you, I have 10 plays. This whole sheet over here. This is for 4th and 3s. Must pickups. Right?
Gotta have it.
Yo, and even I think it was Joe Klatt, Duke on the game, was like, yo, they about to run some rub routes, like get a dude like quick outs or something like that. It's like nothing, bro. Slant. I don't get it.
It was so deflating when that ball sailed.
And then
I mean,
go ahead, King.
I was just gonna say at least Deshaun like acknowledged the home fieldness that they was getting. I mean, I'm not blaming the refs that they won the game for us because we was up, bro. But
not being up 16.
I can't get over it. None of it.
And,
can't get over none of it.
Yeah, it's crazy too because like during those times. Well, one, let me say this. Even when we're up 30-14, I was never excited. Ever.
Me neither. Bro, I was over here scared.
It was in the bag. I never once was like, all right, we're good. We're solid.
We didn't see this goofy shit happen.
I was shaking over here, bro. Like, man, I don't like being up, actually.
I was not anywhere like overly confident. But think about this. This is how bad Harbaugh is. They said, I don't know how much y'all follow gambling. I know I got Bowie on it a little bit. But at that time, when we were up 30-14, the money line on that game was plus 1,200. right? For
yeah,
Sparty.
I just read up on money lines.
So for those of y'all listeners who don't know gambling, money line means basically the odds of you winning the game, right? So
gotta win.
at that point, State was plus 1,200 on the money line. The money line works by $100. So basically, it's saying at that point in the game, if you would have bet State to win the game, you bet $100, you win $1,200.
1,200, yeah.
Or reverse. In order to win $100 on Michigan winning, you would have had to put up 1,200. Oh, they got this in the bag for $300. I got to put up 1,200 to win 100.
Ugh.
That's what you call a bad bet. That is a bad bet.
Horrible.
But in Vegas, plus 1,200 means you about to get your ass whooped.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
In Vegas terms, that means it's done. It's shut
that
down.
Team has a very, very, very small chance of winning if they're plus 1,200 on the money line. So I would like to know what the money line was at. Yes, trouble with the snap. That had to be probably plus 4,000.
Right.
No. Yeah, but
you put $100 down at that point in the game on that, and you hit it.
So when I say, because I know I'm gonna catch some shit from Spartan fans. Oh, give us our credit. Like we're plus 1,200, man. Only way you can lose that is if you fuck it up yourself.
Right. And we managed to somehow fuck it up ourselves.
You can't go plus 1,200 on the money line and come back and win unless the other team's doing things like handing it off and fumbling with no defensive contact. Or jump, like even later in the game on like one of their last drives, you could see us folding. Like,
yeah.
Oh, too many.
Like Harbaugh had money on the game on Sparty and went and looked at the money line. That's the only thing you can explain it.
Too many errors down the stretch, dog. Like we were substitution infraction late. 3rd and 6, they're driving on us. Woo, we jump off sides.
Like 90 up, the defense offsides on
just,
the defense.
What they call? I forget what they call. What can go wrong will go wrong type of deal. We were snowballing fast on that tip.
That shit hurts.
Terrible. And I just gotta say, Harbaugh. Oh, hold on real quick. Keen, I got this. I know you usually hit us with this one, but I got it, dog. I got it this time. So last 5 drives of the game. Now, if we get 1 touchdown in these last 5 drives, we win. The position we were in, up 30-14. Last 5 drives of the game. Punt, field goal, fumble, turnover on downs, pick. That's how we ended the game, dog. It's almost harder to do that than it is score a touchdown.
That's gonna lose you ball games, man.
Bro, I'm gonna cry tonight. You just said that little stat right there, bro.
For those of y'all listening, for my Michigan fans out there, when we say Harbaugh got to go, inability to close out, scared to step on a throat, playing conservative, punt, field goal, fumble, turnover on downs, pick.
Michigan State never been top 10 before matchup. You come in this game, we do that last 5 possessions. Kill yourself.
30-14.
All that's left is predictions. Ain't nothing left to say after that.
We're up 30. Think about it. We're up 30-14. So that means we scored 3 points the rest of the game, and they scored.
20. They outscored us 24-3.
Yep. 24-3 to close out, dog. Hey, Harbaugh, I'm gonna say it now. You better beat Ohio State, which I think's unlikely.
I do too. I agree.
But you better win out and beat Ohio State. Get the fuck out. Or else.
Slam the door and stay out. Matter of fact, you might have to wait 2 or 3 years before you come back with the record you have now against top 10 teams. For me.
Hey, that's that Michigan man shit.
I was T-Nell hit me up today earlier. He was like, man, it's been a couple days. How you feeling about the game? I'm like, bruh. For those y'all don't remember, he was one of the guests we brought on last week. And I was like, bro, if he don't beat them, dog, it's over, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, dog, he has to
go.
So here's my thing. He's done if we don't go to the Big Ten championship in my eyes. Like, even if somehow, let's say Sparty runs the table, right? And they go to the Big Ten championship. And even we go and beat Ohio State, I'm still done.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done after this.
Say,
you give him the Ohio State game, I'm done.
Yeah. So not only do you need to beat Ohio State, you better be praying that Sparty fucking
Michigan State lose.
Yeah. Only Big Ten championship is gonna say you in my book, dog, because that one was inexcusable, dog. That's a fireable offense, what you just did. And for the clear fact that that's twice now that you've had games in the, I'm sure the analytics say you probably had a 90-something% chance to win the game at that point, and you lose. Like, that's hard to do, dog, to do that twice versus your rival. Hard to do. That's a fireable offense.
Coaches have been fired for less. Hope, Rich Rod have been fired for way less, bro.
That's a fireable offense.
He done had more chances than the chick on the Biggie Smalls hook. Biggie, he had more chances.
So let me ask y'all this. And I'm to the point now, dog. This is just my opinion on it. And everybody like, who we gonna get? Who we gonna get? Whoever we get can lose to Michigan State and Ohio State.
Right.
But maybe that by happenstance they actually give a shit about this game and
right.
Turn the mentality, turn the tide, whatever it is. So at this point, dog, no, Michigan fans, I don't know who we're gonna get, but I do know whoever we get, the worst that can happen is what's happening now, which is losing to rivals.
Put it like this: we can pay them less and lose games. Shit.
So I don't know what y'all thoughts are on who we can get, but that's where I'm at with it. Boy, that's where I'm at with the mentality of you're not beating the rivals. So
right. I know I feel you. I'm on the same thing. I don't care. Bring Jalen Rose in there. At least we know he'll care about the matchup and he'll get some recruits that care about the matchup. But, I mean, realistically, there is no Michigan like what they want. There's no Michigan man that we could get. I mean, Chuck Woodson, he doesn't have any coaching experience, so he ain't gonna come back and be the head coach of the football team. It would be a dream come true, but it isn't realistic. So again, like you said, Train, I don't know who we would get, but we brought him in to beat the rivals. I mean, we brought him in to beat State. We brought him in to beat Ohio State and get to the Big Ten championship and into the playoff. And you ain't done it.
At what point? At what point do you say like, yo, this is what 7 years? Like what?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna be like 16 years in and being like, man, we almost got him. Like at some point you have to, even if you're good, like Stafford with the Lions. Hey, bro, I'm not even saying you're bad. It just ain't working.
Right. Right.
Exactly. Move on. Let's move on. I'm with y'all, man. I think last week I was saying I will hold off just because I don't know who we get, but I mean, you made a great point, Train. It don't fucking matter. They could lose these games, to be honest, and we could pay them less. We could be, you know what I'm saying, coming out on top with a profit at the end of the year. But it's like, at what point do we realize Ward Manuel said that's his guy. Maybe we got to get rid of the AD again to get another coach in here.
Maybe
we got to take it up another level. Let's go to the, who's above the AD? The president, whatever. President of the school. But I'm ready. Let's do it. Sign the papers.
Less money we pay Harbaugh, more money we got to pay the athletes. Get some big time recruits in the joint.
Hey,
we need them.
Hey man,
$90.
And at the end of the day, dog, we don't know who, but it's Michigan, and they got a deep bag. And once the job is officially open, it's gonna be more candidates emerge, dog.
Right.
So,
it ain't gonna be no shortage of names.
I know it's a lot of coaches out there like, man, I wish I had that Michigan job. Shit, boy, I be whooping that, getting all the recruits.
Exactly, bro. Like they was talking about the Chiefs O coordinator. You know, they was linking him to USC.
Oh
and
shit!
All that. Like
now you'd have speed and space with him.
Just not even saying him, but just people like that. You know what I'm saying? Who you'd be like, hold on, like that's an interesting name out there. You know what I mean? And if they can drop a bag on the next person like they did on Harbaugh when he came, he was getting paid right up under Nick Saban. Like these cats are getting paid more than NFL coaches. So it's like, don't look at it.
And you the king of the city, pretty much. Whatever city you in with coaching college.
Yeah, but you know, maybe everybody's seeing Harbaugh like, hey, that's a lot of pressure to beat them cats, and if I can't do it, I'm gonna be shipped up out of town. So you're damn right you will be.
Yeah.
But the thing about it too, Train, to that point, he's beating them. He's fumbling the bag. All they got to do is come in and not fumble the bag. Like,
Yeah.
Got the athletes.
we just don't fuck it up towards the end. Get one touchdown and don't drop the ball on the field.
Tripping over our own dicks.
Yep, that's exactly what we did, dog. And it's like, not only are we doing all that, and again, nobody blame the refs because I don't think that's the reason we lost. But not only are we screwing ourselves, they ain't doing us no favor. So it's just like
double fuck.
Yeah. I still don't know how they overturned that TD. I'm like, bro,
both of those TDs, the one we had the strip sack, they overturned. They couldn't see that one. They overturned it. But then you see blatantly this dude is like, get it out of my hands. It's fumbling. And they say, oh no, we're gonna keep that one. It's good. It's cool. It's cool.
I couldn't even
home cooking, man. I got no comment other than home. I mean, my thing with that is you get stuff like that at home. You know what I'm saying? For me, it goes back to 30-14, 4 minutes left in the third quarter. All that happened, and you're still up 30-14 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Dang.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's why, and here's the thing, and that's why I go back to that you got to step on their neck mentality, because if you at all leave the door open, shit like that can happen. Yeah. It's like, yo, okay, all it takes is one bad call from the ref, or, a bad review, or a player to drop a pass, or one person to fumble. It's like, don't leave it to where a fumble can screw the game. Don't leave that door open. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, be up by 24 points in the fourth quarter with 6 minutes left. It's like, okay, we can fumble twice here. Like, you
got some leeway.
Yeah, don't even leave it to the point where it's like that close. I'm not saying State's that bad of a team where we could just blow them out by 100, but the last game we could have.
Yeah, in the first quarter, we should have been.
Could have had their next step on in the first
point.
Yep. Nope, we're scared to go for the neck. I'm telling you, I watched the game. My brother, every time he like 4th and 2, I'm like, go. I was just screaming, go for it, dog, go for it. He like, no, y'all got to kick. I said, no, bro, I want to go. Even late in the game when he finally decided to go for it, and we were way down there in the field. That first 4th down we got, Sanders still caught that little slant. Maybe he went back to that because it worked. But even then, I'm like, yo, bump that. We down 4. If we don't get it, we got to hold him to a field goal. It's down 7 now. You know what I'm saying? But go for it. Go. He finally went for it. Then his damn back had to be pinned against the wall almost to go for it. But it's like, go for those inside your own 30 when it's 4th and 2. Stop sending out the field goal team. And you give your team confidence, like coach is trying to put our foot on their neck. Let's go.
What happened to the in those situations, Train? You talking about 4th and 2 and all this. What happened to the double tight ends? Let's get up there and just drive it. Eric all at fullback, and let's just drive it down their throat. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been doing that in the previous games before, and now we stopped doing it this game.
The Gator runs.
It just seems like he curled up, man. It just seems like he curled up, bro.
You see him fold. I could see the look in his eyes, dog. Even when, like, I think it was whatever the game was, we were still in control. And I saw the look in his face. I told him, I said, oh, no, bro. I said, Harbaugh's nervous and he's folding right now. Just like that. See it.
Like you were saying, King, he Tucker was walking up and down the sideline. He was out in front like a leader. Like, Harbaugh started out at front, but then, like, towards the game, he started moving back to the middle of the players, like, kind of, like, disappearing a little bit.
Like that Homer Simpson meme?
Exactly. I'm like, bro, where are you going, dog? You ain't the lead on the sideline no more. You back behind players and shit. I'm like, bro, he looked like he current.
Yeah, no. Can't win the big game, man. Even in the NFL, can win big game.
It seemed
like the coach from Waterboy.
It seemed like Mike McDonald folded a little bit. It's like, yo, you scared to stack the box because you scared to get beat deep. But it's like, you got to take a chance right now, dog. Taking a chance and stacking the box, letting them boys ride out there. If they get beat, they get beat. But we know this running back's going crazy. Adjust.
It wasn't beat.
And we was getting to the
worry about that when it happens.
We was getting to the quarterback.
He's doing this right now.
Yeah. You got to show me that first before I just give it that much respect. It ain't Tyreek Hill over there. Like,
right.
Come on, man. So,
especially when number 8 went out, it's like, man, put one
stack the box.
Put him on an island, and everybody come up and we tackle him.
Stack the box. And, and that's what I'm saying. You ain't even got to put him on an island. You can still keep one safety over there.
Bracket, yeah, yep, you're right. Bracket them because they were doing that in the whole game anyway. When number 8 was in, they were bracketing them, and then they stopped.
Hey man, they still had that other safety over the top. I didn't see too many times of us just stacking the box. Like, all right, enough. I mean, at what point do we stop? After do we stack it after the fifth touchdown? Are we gonna stack now? Like,
Hey,
how many is it gonna take?
Hey, real quick, let me ask y'all a question. Who hired that dude? McDonald.
Oh, you know.
Harbaugh.
All right, there you go.
I'm not even going in on McDonald like that because I mean, whatever. But you should have made more
I
adjustments.
was more mad about the call, the too many men on the field calls, man. Like,
Yeah, that's
you
where
gotta know that.
thinking.
Like,
Yeah,
you gotta know that, man.
gotta-
If they ain't
gotta-
subbing, we can't sub.
you got to
You get
adjust.
paid
Man.
too much to not know the rules, dog.
You gotta
You gotta know the
adjust.
rules.
One time, all right, I learned my lessons. Multiple times, you just being stupid.
And it seems like, I mean, think about this. How many games has Harbaugh really like? We went into halftime and was like getting our ass whipped a little bit, and then came back out and just turned the tide on them.
Yeah, you never see that, dog.
Never. It's either like we're winning and we keep winning, or we're losing and we keep losing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or like we're winning and we lose. Like we win and keep winning, but it never goes the other way where we're losing.
Right.
And
We never rally. We never rally from behind.
We
Or
never rally. Like we never rally.
We don't have that in our offense to rally. Like if we get behind, bro, with our offense, we would stay behind because we don't have the offense. They don't do no. We don't bring nothing out of the bag. You don't go, like you said. You have a chart for plays for 4th and 3 that we need to convert. We got no shit like that. I don't think because we don't use it.
I would like to see, Keem, maybe since you are a statistician guy on here.
What up?
I would like to see if, and maybe it has. I can't think of it on the top of my head. Y'all can help me out. When has Harbaugh been losing to a team at halftime and we've won that game in his tenure? How many times has it happened? One, has it happened? Two, when did it happen? Because can y'all think of anything off the top of y'all head right now? I really can't.
If it happened, it's probably against somebody like Rutgers. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nobody big. Yeah.
Maybe. There you go, B. And then that was kind of shaky last year. I think because last year, remember Milton came out, K came in, we came back on Rutgers.
Right.
So maybe that one, but
that's all that's coming to my mind.
That might be the only one I'm thinking of, and that was just COVID season, half the teams out. Like that was kind of wonky at that. You know what I mean? So,
bro, I tried to Google Harbaugh losing at half and won the game. Everything is coming up from this last game. Michigan fans calling for Jim Harbaugh to be fired. Media roast Jim Harbaugh following second half.
Look up during the week. Maybe.
That's like an advanced stat for sure.
Right.
Yeah,
Find
I
out
have
during
it.
the week.
I'll look it up and we're gonna hit it next week. I gotta put it on you next week.
Yeah. So, all right. So I guess the next question is, man. I mean, enough about state. Hey, man, all that I said about us effing up, we did. Which is true, and I told y'all to go fact check any of that. And I'm here for the
rebuttals.
I'm here for the numerous amount of opportunities you guys left on the field. If you think you left a bunch out there like we did, but regardless of all that, hey man, they never gave up. They could have hung it up. They didn't, and they came back and won. So I got to give respect to them, man. Even Mel Tucker's ass. I mean, it is what it is, dog.
I like him better than our coach. Shit,
you got the Lombardi for a year, baby.
You got them.
You earned it.
Playing. You got them turned up, dog. So regardless of how they won, whether it was our fault or they played well, whatever it was, they got it done. So, but all that being said, I won't be revisiting this topic. So anybody who texts my phone, you want to hear my thoughts on this game, listen to the podcast. So signing off, Sparty. But we're going to talk about some other things, but not Sparty any longer. We've given him
last week
above and beyond too much time. So, the next question though is, where do we go from here? This season, not Harbaugh. We all made that clear. This season, fellas, what do y'all think we do? How do we respond to this loss? Because this could easily turn into, we've seen this before, dog. And I don't think Harbaugh's necessarily, maybe he has folded just every game.
Downward spiral.
We have downward spiral under him, but like to what extent is it going to be? So How do y'all think we respond? Because they've been saying all this year, this team's different. Even post game, they're like, we're gonna stick together, no finger pointing, we're a family, all this shit. But all that sound good. It's almost coach speak. King, what
I
you
feel
think,
like,
bro? I
man,
mean, we got Indiana next week, Maryland, Penn State. We got whoever's.
right.
What you thinking, man?
I feel like, man, this team was a better team this year. If it did felt a little different, everything that
Was
we
a
point
better
out,
team?
huh? What you
Was a
say?
better team?
Hey, he killed them.
Hey,
Talking about him in past tense.
um,
Dang, they dead.
all right, my bad, my bad. I feel like they are a better team than past time. And just the attitude that we had was better, especially with Aiden Hutchinson saying like his leadership, you know what I'm saying, throughout the team and him saying that is different this year or we wanted this year. I felt like they wanted it this year, man. The players definitely wanted it, but everything that goes wrong with our team is a coaching standpoint. You know what I'm saying? The adjustments, the non-adjustments, the putting players in when they shouldn't be in big moments, or just picking a quarterback that can actually throw. I mean, the quarterback whisperer, we haven't had that, so that's harking on old stuff. My bad. I'm gonna answer your question. Um,
I'm rambling.
Going forward, man, it's just build up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey
Build up
man,
like
get the
plaque on
therapy out, dog. Remember this
build
therapy.
up like plaque on teeth, man. We're a 19.5 point favorite over Indiana. I don't feel like we're gonna beat them by that much because I feel like they're gonna play us, and I hope we don't have a hangover from this loss. I hope we do bounce back. That's what we need to do moving forward. Is to bounce back, and with this next game, I feel like we need to come out and whoop some ass just to get that stench off us. And moving forward, we need to beat Maryland. Of course, we should beat them. We should beat Penn State. They only have their quarterback, I don't believe, still. And we need to beat Ohio State, man. That's just the elephant in the room. You know what I'm saying? We need to win out and beat Ohio State. That's what I feel like we need to do. And
Hey
like
man,
you,
we already know all that.
yeah,
What do you think's gonna happen?
I feel like we're gonna lose Ohio State. They look good. We're gonna get beat.
Win out till then? You think we are? Penn State, Maryland, Indiana.
Hold on. Where we played them at? Let me see the home game. All right, we play Penn State at Penn State. Oh God. Maryland at Maryland, and we got Ohio State at home, and we play Indiana at home. I feel like Penn State might give us a game, bro. I don't feel like we're gonna lose, but I feel like it's gonna be a close game. I do feel like we will win out as long as this next game goes great and it's like no stench from the last game. I feel like we'll win out until Ohio State, and Ohio State gonna. I feel like they're gonna beat our ass because their offense is like ready. You know what I'm saying? And we don't attack them like they're gonna attack us. We're gonna be on our heels like every fucking game since damn Carr left. Even before he was there, like we're gonna be on our
Right.
heels, bro.
Olave running 30
Olave's
yards
nice,
butt naked in the secondary somehow.
and the Stroud kid, he can throw it and he can run it. So
Can't you see it now? Turner or Gray just chasing him just
and then it's gonna be an on point ball right in the breadbasket too, though. It ain't gonna be like, I gotta dive out here to get it. It's gonna be like, or it's gonna be in the end zone already.
Yep. Boy, where you at with it, man? You think we gonna take an L before Ohio State?
Nope. I think we're gonna play really, really well. I think we're gonna get our expectations back up to where we look like we're gonna be able to hang with Ohio State, and then the fucking guillotine is gonna come down right on our neck.
Damn.
The thing about it is, like you said last week, defense travels. Our defenses, we got a really good defense. What I think messed us up this week was the penalties. You know what I'm saying? That kind of threw us off in kind of the magnitude of the game a little bit. But our defense is good, man. I think we'll be able to shut down these next couple teams. Penn State, they kind of struggle with good defenses. So our defense will make the games easy. But, I mean, we'll go to – he hasn't proven to me that he can win the big one. Because coming up, Penn State's year hasn't been great. I mean, they're still pretty good. But Indiana is one of those second-tier teams. Penn State having a down year, Maryland one of those second-tier teams, and he does great versus those teams. Because I mean, Harbaugh's overall record is good. I mean, it's something like what, like 54 and like 14 or something like that. But that's against, I mean, teams
Mediocre,
like they're going to be playing
lesser talent, yeah.
Yeah, so we gonna do good. We're gonna look good these 3 games, and then Unfortunately, the same narrative that we've been living with for the past 7 years.
Damn.
Cautiously optimistic.
So basically,
Nope. Not with these
I mean,
coaches.
so think about it. Harbaugh's going to end the season 10-2. Ohio State, Michigan State losses.
The games
Same song.
And then you can't even say if he was 2-10 that he'd be able to stay. But the games that we want you to win, that you're supposed to win, you still haven't done it. So
I'm almost thinking that the fans at this point would take 2-10 if we beat them too. Like that's how fed up they are with losing.
I would feel better. Pridefully, I'd feel better. Because then I get to talk some shit. Because right now I gotta shut up. Gotta shut the hell up.
I don't trust Harbaugh. That's why I didn't bet on the game. I bet one dude $20. And I forgot I bet him. We just bet every year, so that was one of them bets. But
I had a bunch of suitors, but I didn't bet.
Loading up, dog. I was not loading up this year at all. Nope.
Nope.
Wasn't doing it.
I took the bait. I felt good about the team. I had 250 on it. With different people. It wasn't all one bet.
I let King take my. They was like, who you bet? I'm like, no, King can have it.
You ain't right, bro. You ain't right. Should have been like, don't bet that, bro. Don't bet that.
I should have, but I was confident too.
I mean,
I hedged mine.
Should have won.
I was confident too. That's why I bet so much money. Shit.
Should have won, dog. So,
I bet wifey a G. She went to Michigan State. You know, she graduated from there. I bet her a G. I don't even count that because that's the same household. You know, that's going to the Bills. That's going to the Bills. But that 250 outside the household, nah.
Right. Damn.
Pox.
Well, all right. So I guess Indiana this week. Y'all even take the time to look them up, or y'all?
Hee-haw. I did. I ain't gonna front. I did. They 2-6 right now.
This grieving process is taking a little longer than I thought. That
right.
That hurt.
Still grieving.
Let me see.
Man. So Indiana, all I know about them, it really is their defense is solid. The starter quarterback, Penix, he's been out this year, and from the sounds of things, it doesn't seem like the fans are too pissed that he's hurt. He was having a shitty season, like way under expectations of what he kind of was once projected to when he was younger. They got this dude, Tuttle or something like that. I don't know.
They played Michigan State well. That's about it. Looking at the schedule.
Again, another one. This is their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You don't match that energy.
That's what I said. That 19.5 point spread, I think they might cover that.
Yeah, especially because their defense is decent. You know, it's like even if their offense is bad, it's like.
And I think we're gonna come out timid, to be honest.
I got a prediction that's gonna shock you.
All right, go ahead, bro. Make a prediction, B.
42-10. Blue.
King, you got that?
Yeah, 42-10. I'm next. I'll say 35-14.
What you got, Train?
I say 31. I'm gonna go with the same score as last week, but I picked 31 to 21, I believe I said versus Party.
31-21.
Yep.
All right, they in.
It is. So
locked in.
Shit, we've been on here too long. Bowie, what's
therapy session?
What them tweets doing? That bird flying.
Getting more tweets. Oh, we got some nice juicy retweets this week. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody for supporting. But I mean, the more and more I tweet, the more and more I'm finding out that we ain't the only people that feel the way we feel. You know what I mean? So
yep.
Follow us on Twitter, the Michigan Man Cave Podcast. Ask us questions, and I'm seeing y'all, man. I'm feeling y'all. We in this together, baby. Like Deshaun said, when you can really be objective and look at the game objectively, then I believe that you more of a realistic and true fan than the people that's just out here just die hard for unrealistic expectations. So keep following. Appreciate y'all.
Gene.
Yes, sir.
Grizzle Graham.
At the Michigan Man Cave Podcast on IG. It was a hard weekend, man. I was posting, but like it was all first half stuff on the storyline. Because after that, it was like I was nervous, like you said, man. I didn't feel great after halftime. Like I was just like, man, we got to come out and do something great. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't, and it was all first half. But hey, hit us up, man. I'll be posting stuff from Twitter now too. I'm on Twitter a little bit, and I'll be, you know what I'm saying, seeing it's more informative on Twitter, bro. But with the fans, I mean, like with their input and stuff, because you're just writing basically. But yeah, hit us up, man. IG at the Michigan Man Cave Podcast.
Yes, sir. So I can't leave the same way saying we're gonna come back something to know. So
something in one.
Them days are over. But what's our record? 7-1 now.
Yeah.
Killer Kale, drop that beat. We're gonna come back
Blue.
and holler at y'all when we 8-1.
Go Blue, baby.
Hey, go Blue, man. We signing off. Harbaugh, Bulls and Khakis, out your ass.
Pink slips.
They're deep.
Damn. Moody had a big day. Throwing that out there. I predicted he'd have a big day.
That means
Lunch.
all right. We out of here, y'all. We'll catch y'all next week.
Peace.